Hey everyone, Solar here. With the new patch for Overwatch that is about to hit the live servers, I thought I would go over all the patch notes, considering they made some changes to the PTR, did a little more nerfs, and nerfed some of the nerfs that they had recently put in before. So I thought I would go over all of those in one video here for you today, just as sort of a roundup and summary of all of them. I didn't want to make two separate videos because they sort of split up the patch notes a little bit. So before any further ado, let's get right into this. Starting off with the hero balance updates. First for Ana, they changed her biotic grenade. Her E, which is her healing boost for allies, has been decreased by 50%. So they will take 50% less of that increased healing when they're hit with the biotic grenade. That does not affect enemies, so when you throw it on an enemy and it, I guess, deactivates their ability to heal, it won't affect that at all. For some developer comments, they said that the healing boost from Ana's biotic grenade was providing way too much healing, especially when it was used on targets with large health pools or hitboxes. So that's all they did for Ana with, I guess, this first little thing. They also, in the, I guess, little second patch, they reduced her biotic grenade duration. They reduced it from 5 seconds to 4 seconds. So I'm not sure if that means the duration or the, also how long it affects a person. So they just decreased it by a second. Onto D.Va, her health was increased from 200 to 400, and her armor was decreased from 400 to 200. So basically they just swapped out 200 of her armor for health, so she's a lot easier to kill. Her mech is a lot easier to take down from characters like Reaper or Zarya. Her fusion cannons, their bullet damage was decreased from 3 to 2, but the number of bullets that comes out of those cannons was increased from 8 to 11. Some developer comments, they said that D.Va's armor made her feel like she had no weaknesses, even against people like Reaper, who are keen on taking down bigger targets. So the changes to her fusion cannons will result in a small overall decrease in damage, but they should feel more consistent at range, so that's a pretty cool update to her. Next up was the pretty big change that is Roadhog is Hook 2.0. It's getting sort of fixed in this patch. For the chain hook, the targets are now pulled directly in front of Roadhog rather than straight to him, except in cases where Roadhog drastically rotates. So you don't need to do that little spin that people have been doing on PC and console to get the people to come close to you. They'll now be pulled directly in front of you, just instead of a straight line. So sometimes they get pulled behind you or like right to your right. That's not going to happen anymore. They're just going to get pulled straight in front of you, all the same distance. Because some characters that should have been an insta-kill, they'd walk away with a little bit of health left and be able to get healed. Hook targets are now released if they leave Roadhog's line of sight before being pulled in. This used to be that the end of the hook would have a sort of camera view on it, and if that could still see the person around the corner, they would get hooked. That is no longer the case, as that was most likely what was making the hook so broken in the first place. So they took that out and replaced it with just Roadhog's line of sight, because I guess that'll fix some of the problems. I played a little bit in the PTR recently, and it seems to have fixed most of the issues. He's not nearly as annoying anymore. They also added in some line of sight checks so that his hook will feel more consistent. One of the final updates for heroes is Sombra. Her hack time is being decreased from 1 second to 0.8 seconds, so she'll hack things a little bit faster, like health packs and other enemies. They did some user interface updates, some UI updates. The Stay as the Team button lights up when anyone on your team clicks it, which isn't really that important. They did some stuff to the kill feed. Ultimate ability kills are now indicated with an orange arrow, and they added headshot indicators in the kill feed with a red icon. There's a bunch of AI fixes. One that's notable is for competitive. Apparently it was a bug where you wouldn't receive experience or competitive points during off-season games. They fixed that, so now you will receive XP from those off-season games that week in between seasons. They fixed a bunch of, I guess, emote and victory pose bugs. You've seen that really funny McCree one. And so that's going to do it for the first little bit of general updates. And we're going to move on to the updated PTR, which was just updated yesterday. This only has 2, which was... actually, there's only 1. Sombra, her hack cooldown was reduced by 4 seconds, so she can hack people more often, and it takes less amount of time. That's actually extremely important to the people who are trying to get her achievement, where you have to hack 15 people in 1 match without dying. I've been personally going achievement hunting on my Xbox account, because I've only recently picked it up for PC, and it's extremely hard to get this achievement. I only recently got her affect 6 people with 1 of her, I guess, EMP grenades. The second change that was recently added is they're going to be adding an emote wheel, so you can now equip up to 4 emotes, sprays, and voice lines. So you can use 4 of those different ones in a match instead of only having the 1 that you, I guess, select in the hero gallery. Those will be accessed through the communication wheel. So now you can bind individual sprays, emotes, and voice lines to unique keys or mouse buttons. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all those patch notes for Overwatch. I'm really looking forward to the whole Hook 2.0 thing. So yeah, if you're new here, drop that sub, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. If you have any criticizes or any ideas for different videos, feel free to leave a comment down below. See you guys in the next one.